It was just another regular day at school. I had just exited my bus and began walking home. The path is not that long, so it only takes me about 12 minutes to get home. I kept walking as usual. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. At some point, there is a very narrow road that leads between two buildings, so cars have to squeeze between them. I always walk on the edge of the road so the cars can easily pass me. There was this one car that I hadn't seen around my area before. I did not see it. I just heard it behind me. As usual, I moved to the right side of the road so the car could pass me. It did not, and that has happened before, so I thought the driver was just being careful since you could damage your car fairly easily. Again, there was a small opening, and I moved to the right, clearly signalling with my body language to the driver that he could pass me. He did not. He was just slowly driving behind me. At that point, I started getting paranoid. Something like this had never happened to me before, and the driver or the people in the car clearly wanted something from me. Just to clarify, there wasn't a single other person or car nearby. I quickened my pace. I eventually exited the narrow road and came upon an opening. It is possible to either turn left or right, but drivers could also turn around on the same road and go back the way they came. I walked on the right road, and at that point I heard a shout behind me. It was a male voice, and he said, "Hey!" It was an angry and rude voice. I did not turn around. I just kept speed walking. The weirdest thing came next. The car had turned around and driven back to the narrow road. I could not see his registration number because he drove off too quickly, nor did I ever see it again. I kept looking back because I did not want him to know where I live. There could have been many different possibilities. Maybe he was a friend of mine and just wanted to say hello, but if he was, he would not have shouted at me like that. Another theory is that he wanted to ask me for directions, and that has happened to me before, but people were always very friendly. I want to have this one as an actual explanation. On a darker note, that could have been an attempted robbery or even worse, a kidnapping. I don't know. Am I being paranoid? I just want to find a good explanation for this.